Hey guys, welcome to an exciting game from the Adolf Anderssen saga. This game is played between Johannes Zukertort and Adolf Anderssen. Johannes has the black pieces and Adolf has the white pieces. A little background about this game. This game was played in Barmen, which is a small town in Germany, on August 8th, 1869. So pretty while ago, and that was the exciting time. Because a lot of chess theory was being developed, and Adolf Anderssen has helped this development of the chess theory, basically the opening theories. And Johannes was one of his students, although he developed a lot of his theories on his own, and even a gambit that is named after Johannes Zukertort, that is the Zukertort Gambit. It's also known as the Tennyson Gambit. Basically, it goes like e4. Then black has to play d5, and then you play this knight here to f3. You basically gambit a pawn, and this gambit is known as the Zukertort Gambit. Also, he is very famous for playing the first World Cup Chess Championship against Wilhelm Steinitz, where he actually lost. Johannes lost that championship, and Wilhelm won both the games in that championship. But this gambit was not played in the game, so let's get into the game that was played. We have e4 as an opening by Adolf Anderssen. We have e5, and now knight to f3, knight to c6, and bishop to c4. This is the Italian game. Bishop to c5, this is now the Geico piano opening. And the next move, and I hope everybody can predict it, it's b4. This is the Evans Gambit. This is my favorite gambit. Nowadays it's not being played as much because there's a lot of theory that is being developed after the help of a lot of supercomputers. But during those days, this was an exciting gambit to play. This gambit, even the King's Pawn Gambit, it was pretty interesting gambits that are being played. But we have bishop takes b4. I mean, the best way to refute a gambit is to accept it. So bishop takes b4, and now c3, immediately attacking the bishop. Bishop to a5, retreating, and now d4. E takes d4, and now castles. So look at this position. White has gambled two pawns, but he wants a lot of development for these two pawns. And that's basically the idea behind Evans Gambit. Give up a couple of pawns for a rapid development. We have bishop to b6, putting some nice support to this centralized d4 pawn. And we have c takes d4 nonetheless. d6, not really capturing it because you have a lot of captures and it will be an equal position. It's always better to play this move and free up your bishop so that it can come to e6 and support any issues that might come here on f7. We have d5, now pushing the pawn even further and putting some pressure on this knight, but because of this pawn pushing, you have now released this bishop on this nice diagonal, which is eyeing the king here on g1. So you have to be really careful in Evans Gambit. We have knight to a5, now attacking this bishop, and bishop to b2, not immediately defending this piece, but bishop to b2. Now let's see what happens if we capture this hanging piece. Simply, if you get knight takes c4, then you can get bishop takes here on g7, and your rook is then dead. There's nothing you can do. Also, you can give a check here and then pick up this knight. So knight to e5, you have to defend the knight. Now knight takes e5, d takes e5, bishop takes h8, bishop to d4, and knight to d2. Of course, you're going to lose your own rook as well. Bishop takes a1, queen takes a1, and if you look at this position, the computer analyzes this as almost +3 in white's favor. So, which is why back in this position, it is not advisable to capture this bishop immediately. First, you have to defend any threats that go along on your 7th and the 8th rank. So we get knight to e7. Now if you capture, you can simply move the bishop, move the rook, and you are then going to control this wonderful semi-open g file, and your king is currently stuck because there is an attack on this king from both the rook and the bishop. So we have bishop to d3. Now retreating with the bishop. Now you don't really want to leave it hanging as it's going to be captured soon. We have castles by black. Now there is no capturing here on this g7, so you can finally castle. We have knight to c3, developing the knight, and now knight to g6. Knight to e2 and c5, remaneuvering the knight and then pushing off the pawn. You can even capture en passant, but then you're going to give up your centralized majority, and you don't really want to do that. So queen to d2. Trying to get some attacks going, because right now this bishop is pretty nice bishop. It is putting some pressure on this g7 square, and this queen is ready to come to this diagonal. This bishop, once the pawn moves, the bishop is nicely eyeing this h7 pawn and this knight. So it's pretty interesting position for white. There are a lot of attacks possible, but black can definitely hold this. There is no issues. We have f6, and we have king to h1, just getting the king out of the way because this is a crazy diagonal. You don't really want to have your king stuck on this diagonal where bishop is eyeing your king. Bishop to c7. Now that the bishop doesn't really belong on this file, you're going back with the bishop controlling this diagonal. And it will also come in handy for any of the defenses once you push this pawn further. So that's how grandmasters think, and that's how they play. Rook a to c1, now controlling the c file, hoping when it's open, white wants to control the file, and rook to b8. Now black's idea is to put the rook behind his b pawn and start pushing the b pawn as further as possible. We have knight to g3, getting the knight into the game, and b5, pushing the pawn. We have knight to f5 and b4, pushing the pawn even further. Rook to g1. Interesting. Now, what white wants to do is, since black is playing on the queen side, white decides to play on the king side. Now, white is going to push this pawn, and let's see what happens. We have bishop to b6. Again, putting this bishop on a nice diagonal, and then g4, immediately pushing the pawn. Knight to e5, attacking this pawn, also attacking the bishop, also keeping an eye on this knight. So we have bishop takes e5, d takes e5, and now rook to g3. If you go back, this bishop wasn't really doing anything here on b2 because all it was doing was staring at a few of these pawns. And it's highly unlikely that the bishop is ever going to be escape from the square. So it was staring at nothing. It was staring at a wall. So it's better to give up, which is why white decided to give up for this wonderful knight here on e5. We have rook to f7. Now the plan is, if white pushes this pawn further and you have some captures going, then this rook will come into the game, the second rook will come to g1 and also enter into the game. So you need some pieces to defend these back ranks, which is why black decided he wants to put his rook here and also create an escaping square for the king if needed. We have g5, and now bishop takes f5. E takes f5, and this is a wonderful position for you guys to pause the video and try to find try to analyze if capturing this pawn here on d5 is a good idea or not. Since it's hanging, decide what you want to do. If you capture, do you want to capture this pawn here on g5? Then you're going to get rook captures. The second rook is going to come into the game, so there is a lot to think about in this position. I'm going to tell you what should have been played. What you should have played was f takes g5, and then you get bishop to e4, supporting these two, and you can immediately capture, or Just leave it hanging. You have h6. This solidifies position for black, and black can definitely hold this. But this was not played in the game, and what was played in the game was queen takes d5, immediately going after this hanging pawn. This was a mistake, and here is why. She takes f6. Now the problem is you cannot capture it with the pawn here because the pawn is pinned to your king. And the next thing I'm going to do is bring this rook into g1. Even this queen is ready to jump into this this wonderful g5 square. And then what are you going to do about it? So we have rook to d8. Again, trying to create some weaknesses, but simply rook c to g1. We have king to h8, finally getting out of this file. And now f takes g7 with check. We have king to g8 and queen to h6, getting the queen closer into the game, going for a checkmate, and queen to d6. This was the final blunder that Johannes played, because this is checkmate in 5 moves for white. So this is a good time for you to pause the video, try to find the winning combination, and it's pretty easy. You have to give up your queen, so that's a hint. I'm going to show you the first move. Queen takes h7 with check. So you don't have any option. You have to capture it with the king. That's your hint. So from here on, you can pause the video, and I'm sure you'll definitely be able to find it. The move to find, and congratulations for anybody who found it, is pushing this pawn to f6, opening up a discovered check here on the king. Again, your king will go back to g8. Now again, bishop to h7 with check. You have to force the king to come back to this square. King to h7, king takes h7, and now g8, bringing your queen into the game. You cannot really capture the queen with your king. You have to capture it with your rook. Rook takes g8. Now that this rook is stuck here on g8, your king, black king, doesn't really have anywhere to go. I mean, the squares it can go are these 3 squares, because this is covered by the pawn. Actually, even this square is covered by the rook. So there is nothing the king can do. It has only these 2 squares, which can now be occupied by your rook. Rook to h3, and this is the checkmate. This ends a wonderful game between Johannes and Adolf Anderssen. I'm not sure on move 29 if Johannes resigned the game, or did they play out till rook to h3 checkmate, because it's really hard. It's 1880 something, and it's really hard to find correct material on this one. But nonetheless, a pretty amazing game by both these players, and an Evans Gambit perfectly played by Adolf Anderssen. That concludes this video. I hope you are enjoying the content on Adolf Anderssen. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the description below. Also, I would like to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to the channel. Greatly appreciate your support. That's all from me. Namaste. See you next time.